you think it's a differentiated thing, we're going to tell a story around it. We're going to say, hey, we think we're different, we're unique, and we're in this space for the long term. But hey, short term, go buy a phone because there's this awesome thing called Cortana. Marketable, we'll have a great message. That's the first story we want to tell. The next story will be about the broader Windows ecosystem. Like if we had to prioritize, get people to buy Windows phones this year, please. That's kind of our number one priority. Second priority, extend it across the ecosystem as far as we can, because ultimately our dream state here would be you choose the Windows ecosystem because of a feature like Cortana. Just like you might choose the Android ecosystem because of what they're doing or their iOS. We think people are choosing ecosystems, we think. What throws a monkey wrench in that a little bit, and this is why I think your question is so good, is when we think about bringing Cortana to Windows, something that we've been struggling with is, well, if I'm a Windows PC user and I have a Kindle tablet and I have an Android phone, how good is the Windows Cortana experience going to be if it doesn't know anything about what I'm doing on those devices? It's a tough one. I mean, it's a really difficult question that we're spending a lot of time trying to figure out. Clearly, we want people to buy Windows, but we have a bunch of Windows customers, hundreds of millions that have a PC, and would love for them to have a great Cortana experience because, one, once they have that, they'll probably consider other devices and say, oh, well, I want to match them up. But how do we get Android users or these other iOS users that use Windows to have a great experience? The phone is such a rich platform. And where did you go? Who are you with? What apps do you use? So we're really thinking hard about, boy, does that mean we need Cortana on these devices? Does that mean Cortana just needs to be aware of the devices and that she needs to know what you're doing on them? How do we think about that? It's priority 3 if you just go through the literal prioritization, but it's certainly something that we are thinking about as a company. The other thing I love is with Satya's new direction, the idea that we go where our customers are. If you're an Office 365 customer and you choose to use Android, guess what? We're going to have a solution for you. So I think our mentality is also changing here too. Ideally, we'd sell you all Windows devices, but if you're a Windows PC user, we want you to have an awesome experience. And I think we haven't quite figured out, is Cortana a service? She's certainly cloud-powered, or is she really uniquely tied to Windows device as an ecosystem play? You want to buy all Windows devices because that's the way you're going to choose an ecosystem. Tough question, a great question. I think one that we're clearly going to be engaging with our community on over the next 6 months as the Windows Phone thing feels more settled with real customers. And as we're starting to reveal detailed plans with you guys about what we're doing in our next release, it's something I would really love some feedback on.